What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? We're getting healthy, hopefully. This episode, I want to talk about intermittent fasting. There's a few. I'd like to try and get healthy, start getting healthier. And since I'm doing this show every day, I'd like to maybe start sharing some of the things that I'm doing to start getting healthier. And one of the things that I'm doing, in addition to meditation, which I've talked about before in a past episode, is intermittent fasting, which is something that I've heard about. Tim Ferriss has talked about it, had a lot of guests on that have discussed the benefits, the scientific benefits of fasting. Recently talked about it on his podcast, Tim Ferriss, with Kevin Rose on a recent episode. 'Cause Kevin Rose has an app called Zero, which I'll play a little clip of so you can get a look and see how easy the app is. But Zero, it's just a fasting tracker. So all you do is hit a start button when you start fasting and then hit a stop button when you stop fasting. And it gives you a little bit of information on the science behind it, the different kinds of fasting, whether you're doing type of fasting where it syncs up with the sun, the circadian rhythm, to kind of give yourself more of a natural sleeping pattern. That's like a 13-hour fast. Then the one I'm doing is more of a 16-hour, although I tend to go a lot higher than that on certain days. I'll go probably closer to like 20 hours. But what I've noticed, I've been tracking my eating habits and staying within the app. I think only one day I was like a half hour away or an hour away from getting there. But I've been staying consistently doing this for a couple weeks now. And I've noticed, I haven't been drinking either, so that helps because, just as far as getting the quote-unquote munchies, I don't necessarily get the munchies when I smoke weed. I've been smoking a shitload of weed, but I haven't been drinking for the past couple weeks either. One, saving money. Money is just extra tight this time of year. And, more than in general, more than usual. It's super tight, so saving some money. Also, wanting to get a lot of things done this month, trying to just triple up on the work that I'm doing this month, since other things aren't really being profitable. So taking advantage of that to do just be more productive. So, I'm not recovering the next day. I'm able to use more of the day and get a lot more done. But as far as the fasting is concerned, I feel amazing. I don't know if I've lost weight. I don't have a scale. I didn't weigh myself before. I'm weighing myself now. I know from drinking, I've definitely lost a lot of the puffiness in my face, I think. Also shaved my head and trimmed my beard, so I cleaned up a little bit. But I feel like I've lost weight. I definitely, like, during the day, the first week, it was tough because, I'd get the hunger pains and my stomach would growl. But then by the second week, I was pretty used to it. Like, I was fine during the day. Like, I'd be out driving or doing stuff and just having no appetite really at all until I get home. And then, I only have one meal. And I just think about what that meal's going to be for the day. That's kind of my mental meditation while I'm, doing some mediocre labor kind of stuff. And, and then I could focus on that meal, have a better meal than maybe I might not have. So if I'm able to try and eat better, I'm going to try and, once I get just the rhythm of getting used to just having the one meal and doing the intermittent fasting, then I'm going to start adjusting my diet to eat better and better food. I think for the most part I do, cutting things out specifically, like processed stuff and everything, eating fresher. Uh, but I'm going to start doing that more, and that'll be the next thing I'll probably do. I've done the keto before in the past when it was called Atkins. That was very well, but I don't know if I want to do any specific quote unquote diet. I just want to eat healthier. Just eat more vegetables and meat, just basic stuff, and just have a good meal at the end of the night. Probably start using a barbecue more, just to grill up the food. I love food off of a flame. But right now it's the fasting, and using this app, it helps. There's reminders to when your fast is up, when you can start eating, and then you can set reminders for when you'd like to start fasting, so that it is weird because I will usually start fasting either or anywhere around 10 p.m. to 12 p.m., which is kind of around when I go to sleep. I'm a night eater, so I have no problem. Like, this lifestyle in my 20s was just called being poor and not being able to afford food, where you just eat one meal per day. And I got used to it then, and I'm used to it now. There's other things like a 5-day water fast that I want to do. Want to try and do coming up here at some point. There's a thing where if you do it the first week of every month for 3 months, you can have like drastic health improvements. Of course, go to your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I've just heard other people talk about these things on like Joe Rogan's podcast, Tim Ferriss, all this other kind of shit, and it's interesting. And if it's something that easily fits in my lifestyle because I've done it anyway on my own, and now that I have more of a strict kind of guidelines to stick to, it definitely helps. I do drink coffee during the day, which I don't think you're supposed. I think you're just supposed to drink water during this fasting, but I do drink coffee sometimes. Some days I don't. Some days I'll just drink water. But yeah, I don't eat anything until the fast, and then if I start at like 10 or 12, then that goes to like 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock the next day, which I'm actually totally fine with because I'm gonna eat dinner later than that, and I can hold out till then. So it works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but it works for me. And if you want an iOS app, I don't know if it's on Android, but the app is called Zero on iOS that I use. And I'm sure there's other versions of it out there. It's a pretty basic app. But yeah, check it out if you're looking to try something. And there's a lot of health benefits. I don't want to go into all of them because I don't know them specifically. But there's things I personally like it because I'm not digesting food throughout the day. So I definitely feel like after I take my morning shit, like I feel empty and it feels fine. I don't feel like empty and hungry. I just feel like I'm not full of shit throughout the day. So I just have way more comfort in my day in a weird way. It's just a more comfortable way of existing to not have food in you throughout the day for some reason. I don't know. There's science. It breaks it down on the app too. So if you want to go into that, I'm not going to go there. But check it out. Get healthy. Start small. Start easy. I don't know. Whatever works for you. I'm just kind of throwing out what works for me so far. And I'd like to also start working out, kettlebells specifically, and yoga. But that's it, everybody. If you want to go to my website, inspireddisorder.com, links are up top. If you like this show and you want to binge the full week before it gets released on IGTV, go over to patreon.com/inspireddisorder. You get to binge the full week of episodes. You also get a bunch of other stuff, making of videos, coupon codes, all kinds of stuff. Patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Links are up top. That's it, everybody. I'm out of here. Have a great week. Have a great day. Peace out.